Hello, my name is Dan Polo. I'm a dog trainer. I volunteer for North Carolina Water Rescue. And this is an educational video. Uh, reason I'm making this video is because I want people to be set up for success when they bring a new dog into their house. I get too many phone calls because the dog comes into the house and gets beat up by the resident dogs. I want to show you how to properly bring a dog into your home. Right now I'm in a park, in a public park in Louisville, Kentucky. Because of safety, mine, the dogs, and other people's. I want the dogs muzzled. Not because they're going to be aggressive towards people, I hope, but because I want to be safe, right? Plus, if they get into a fight, I don't have to worry about a bite, right? Anyways, when you first bring a dog into your home, you don't get, let's say you have a dog in your house already. Well, your dog is already claiming that place as his or herself, right? Well, you bring your dog to a public place, a neutral place, park, somewhere away from your home or your regular walking, your walking path, right? You bring him muzzled. Ideally, I like to use basket muzzle because it allows the dogs to pant, and I can have them on them for unlimited time. When a mesh muzzle, I would just be able to have it on the dog for 15 to 30 minutes, right? Because the dogs need to pant. Anyways, right now, these guys are kind of not looking at each other, and that's okay. I don't care. What I don't want is them to be fighting. And at some point, I'm going to walk with them, and they're going to fight, probably. Anyways, when you bring a new dog into your house, you're going to basically make sure that your dog, the one that resides in your house already, associates the new dog with something positive, right? Dogs learn by association. So we want them to associate each other with something positive. And we're going to use something that they don't get except for when they're training or when they're with the other dogs, so they can associate with something very pleasant, right? So I use hot dogs. That's training. I don't use, hot dogs is basically, I don't use them for anything except for training. Why? Because that way the dog is motivated to learn something. Anyways, uh, just watch the video about cutting hot dogs and how to use a muzzle before you do this one. Anyways, Bruiser here is a jerk. He doesn't have any socialization skills. Right now, well, a few minutes ago I had a fight here, but I guess when you're in the camera, it doesn't happen. Oh! Anyways, when you have a dog coming to your home, go to the park, have someone else, hopefully, have one person, each one of you, walk the dog on your left side. So if I had a helper, my helper would be on this side, right? With her on his left side, or her left side. And you would go heel. You would walk like this, side by side. If so for some reason the dogs get into a growly wally, you can both pull the dogs, away. Eventually, each dog is gonna go ahead of each other, right? Like you can have your dog go ahead of dog number one, and then dog number two. See, there's a growly. I'm not gonna do anything except corrections. Anyways, have the dogs going in front of each other, right? Then, at some point, your helper is going to switch the dog to be on your left side. So both dogs are going to be kind of side by side. If for some reason you have a fight, well, guess what? They're both muzzled. You don't have to worry about bites, right? See how I'm walking them? Eventually the goal is that one person can walk them like this. Now guess what? This doesn't take 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It could take an hour or two, maybe a couple of days. It all depends on how much you put in it. So if your dog gets into a fight, don't give up. Keep on trying. At least you want to socialize them. Anyways, and you do this whenever you have a dog that doesn't get along with the dogs. You want the dogs to associate each other with something positive. Okay, we're done with the walk, for example, right? I wish I had a camera crew so I can show you better. But anyways, now both dogs have walked with each other for about an hour or two. I've already done that today. They walk with each other. I'm by myself. I don't have a helper, so I have to do what I just showed you. Dog one on each side. If they get in a fight, I just correct them. Anyways, they're sitting next to each other here very nicely, right? So because they're sitting next to each other and they're calm, and Mr. Bruiser here is calm, I'm going to give him a piece of hot dog. Depending on the muscle you use and your taste, you can cut the hot dogs however you like. Just watch a video that I made on how to cut a hot dog. Okay, I'm going to give Mr. Bruiser a hot dog here, right? You're probably asking how come I don't have a helper. Well, I live by myself. Anyways, there you go. Now, Mr. Brewster here is the jerk. He has no real manners about how to meet a dog. So right now, he's behaving very well. Now, I want to reward the little girl here for tolerating him, right? So what we're going to do, I want to exploit also obedience. I've already taught her how to sit. So I'm going to sit her also. Sit, sweetie. Sit. Good girl. And then we give her the piece of hot dog through the muzzle. See? And what we're going to do, sit. I'm going to correct her for not sitting, right? Sit. Okay. Well, she keeps getting up. She still doesn't get the hot dog part. Anyways, what we're going to do is, hot dogs only happen when this dog is present. Hot dogs only happen when this dog is present. That way each other will associate the other dog with something very pleasant. They will not want this dog to go away because they know the moment this dog goes away, hot dogs go away. It could be liver, it could be chicken, whatever you want to use. I use hot dogs because it's easy to find, easy to cut, and cheap. Sit. Sit, girl. Now, Mr. Brewster here is a very demanding dog. He has no rules, boundaries, or limitations. Oh, someone else says that. Oh, sorry. Anyways, he has no rules. So I'm working with his discipline also. And this is perfect for him. When he came to my house, he was jumping all over me about a week and a half ago. So, actually about a week ago. Anyways, see how sharp he is right now? He's a beautiful boy. And this is why I'm going to give him all his reward. Praise. Praise his food. Praise his touch, okay? We have hot dogs here. Kind of too bad we can't get into a growly wally now, like Dr. Ian Dunbar would say. Oh, she took the muzzle off. Very dangerous, as you can see. But anyways, she's calm. I'm going to give her hot dogs. And be honest, if you do it, I want you with the dog's muzzle. If I do it, I don't care. Because if I get bit, I'm used to bites. And if they get into a fight, I know how to separate it. But you will use a muzzle. Is that understood? Thank you very much. Anyways, little girl is not muzzled. She took the muzzle off her. This is one thing I want to avoid usually, the dog taking the muzzle off them. But anyway, sit. Sit. But I want to also, again, me, if this happens, I don't care. If this happens to you, make sure that your dog is already desensitized to the muzzle before you even try this, okay? I don't want you emailing me saying you got bit, okay? By the way, I take no responsibility for your actions, alright? I can't be liable for your mistakes. So, be careful. If you can get a trainer, perfect. If you can get a helper, perfect. Don't do it by yourself. Have a helper, okay? Again, I don't have a helper, but I got enough experience doing this, right? And because they're very calm with each other, we're gonna. And see, Brewster has no manners. See how he's approaching this little dog, like from the face? No, they approach each other from the side, walking. And then eventually when they socialize, they can come, in front of each other, right? There you go, little girl. See, a little girl right now is more focused on the hot dog than the fact that he stepped over her. Anyways, proper way to socialize a dog. Muzzled, neutral place, and then bring him into your house. When you bring him into your house, still have him muzzled, because you don't know what's going to happen, all right? And this is then Polo for Polo Canine. And bye. Sorry I'm not very formal. I wish I had a camera crew and people taping me. Alright, here we go.